Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Jarrett Cohen with Advanced Medical Center. What are the possible side effects or adverse effects of chiropractic care? I've compiled a list of the most common adverse effects that people experience with chiropractic care. Of course, the reason that most people go see a chiropractor is for some sort of pain, whether it be back pain or neck pain or headaches or something like that. Anything that changes, other than effect that they see other than relief in those pains, would count as a side effect. The number one most common side effect that patients report to me is better sleep. Even if they didn't have any pain that was keeping them from staying awake, their mind was just racing, or they couldn't find a way to quite get comfortable with the sheets and whatever, they'll tell me that they're falling asleep faster and staying asleep throughout the night without having to wake up to go to the bathroom or just waking up for no reason other than that their mind starts to race. That's the number one most common side effect. The second most common side effect would be more energy. Of course you think, well, if they're sleeping better, then they're going to have more energy, and of course that would make sense. But even in the patients that don't have any sleep challenges whatsoever, they'll still report that they're having better energy. The third most common side effect of chiropractic care in my practice is better mood and emotion. This can be anything from just being happier, to feeling less stressed, to less anxious, to a better ability to focus and concentrate, and those kinds of things. I'm going to have a video just talking specifically about how in the world something with your back would have anything to do with your moods and emotions. If you've watched my previous videos already, then you should already have some idea and some inkling. Then the fourth most common side effect of chiropractic care is better bowel regularity. Whether the person was already leaning towards constipation or towards diarrhea, or more like an irritable bowel where it just keeps going back and forth, more normal bowel regularity is the fourth most common side effect of chiropractic care. The fifth most common side effect that people tell me about is going to be better reproductive function. For women, this will mean anything from improved fertility to increased libido to improvement in the regularity and intensity of their menstrual cycle. I've had women that have said that they would hardly have any flow at all, just a little bit of spotting, and nothing really much seemed to happen. Once they started with chiropractic care, they started getting more of what they considered to be a normal menstrual flow and level of cramps. So I realize you may think, well, why in the world would I want that if I'm not already having that? But realize that there's a purpose to that if you're not allowing that expression of that process to happen because something in your body is not right. It may be more comfortable for you, but it may lead to more complications down the road. We certainly had plenty of other women who have told me things like they never really quite seem to finish with their cycle. They'll go through a period of a number of days where they're having a really intense amount of flow and cramps, and then it'll lighten up, and it'll seem like it's done, and then they just start spotting. They'll spot for the rest of the month and until their next cycle of flow and cramps come back. That's obviously not appropriate either. Once they start with chiropractic care, those things even out. Finally, after those 5 improvements comes decreased pain level. Even though that's the thing that drove most people into the practice in the first place, it isn't the most common thing to change. It's really those other 5 things. And that's why we would say that those are the side effects. I get it. You're saying, oh, come on, you tricked us. We thought that you were going to be telling us about all these kinds of horrible things happening to people. So here's the list of the bad things. You might get a little bit sore.